Today I am going to share a quick little technique with you guys that I've been doing, and it's really a lot of fun and super easy, and it's using the Faber Castell Gelatos and either clear or white Wink of Stella pen. I actually prefer the clear. But let me share with you this card that I made really quick. And I did the technique on this Band-Aid that I stamped and on the hearts back here. So one of Anya's girlfriends is really sick with mono. And so we wanted to make her a little feel better, get well card. And I used the Oh Darling paper pad, which I've shown before but haven't used yet. And I absolutely love this. So I thought that this would be a good occasion to use that. And just did some double matting and paper layering and added a couple of chipboard pieces that I inked just a tiny bit from the collection and made this paper rosette from the Tim Holtz mini rosette die, and that's this one. So I used the larger piece, and the smaller piece I actually used for trim on the inside, but I used this super cute like little penmanship paper from the collection. And then on the inside, I just added some trim to make a pocket and a little sentiment card. And here's where I used that extra paper trim that was from the smaller flower die and another little chipboard piece. And my card base is stationery. It's heavyweight stationery paper. Cardstock paper from a local stationery store that does wedding invitations, and then they have a whole bin of extra paper that's left over from when they do their invitations, and it's really sturdy. So I've been using it a lot for my card bases. It stands up very well. So let me show you how you do the hearts. There's two different ways you can do it. You can kind of color your paper first and then stamp over that, or you can stamp your image and color it. And for stamping, you want to use either, you want to use a waterproof ink. So you want to use something like StazOn or the Ranger archival ink. The Memento ink won't work as well for this because it will smear. And I'm using, this is my paper that I use for Copic coloring. It's the Cryogen, and it is just slightly off-white and has a shimmer to it, and that's, I love the shimmer that it has. So let me start with the one that's not stamped first so that it has a little bit of time to dry. And I'm going to take my, sorry, I ran out of video space, so I am going to take my gelatos and put them right on my mat. I'm going to do 2 of each. And the first one, I am going to color the paper, let it dry, and then stamp over it. And the other one, I'm just going to color directly over the heart. So we'll start with this one. So you cannot contaminate your Wink of Stella pen. That the gelatos will come right out of it. And so I'm going to just color kind of in the shape of a heart, making sure I cover enough space. And you can see kind of how beautiful the color comes out. And I'm going to just do kind of an ombre effect here with the colors fading from dark to light, and then I'm going to put my lightest color in the middle. Now you can, the more you, I'm going to just smear this all together. The more you color it, the more my goodness, the more shimmer you're going to get. And this one, I'm going to kind of leave it streaky like that. And then when we stamp over it, you know, it will have those streaks in it. But you can totally, and then see if you just wipe it on the paper towel, the gelatos come right off of it. My goodness, I can't talk. So we'll let that one dry. Now you can do as much blending as you want. And this one, I cut these hearts out, so I'm not going to worry too much about staying inside the lines. I did find on some of them, if you do too much, if you try and blend it too much, it starts getting kind of mucky looking because of the, because you're just continuing to put more and more shimmer on it. So if you put your color on there and then just blend it a little bit, it kind of gives it that watercolor effect. But I mean, you can blend it more if you want, but I did find that some of them just started getting really kind of mucky. And once it dries, it really blends nicely together. Let me see if I can get a close up here. And then you can see the shimmer. Where did it go? There it is. But it's really, really super pretty. And you can go back to, if you want to highlight a little bit more with the darker color. You can add a little bit more. And blend it in, or if you just want to go across the whole thing like that too. But I kind of like the streaky effect, and then if you kind of, like I went back over it the other way, it takes some of the streakiness of it out. Actually, I really like the way that came out. So I hope you guys find that helpful. And then on the card, oh, we have to go back and stamp this guy. So like this one, we can just stamp right with the stays on. Please excuse my phone. I have to get back on the do not call list. I get so many telemarketing calls. So I'm just going to hold that on there a second. If I was over by my heat gun, I would have heat set the gelatos really quick. So this is just another way you can do it. You can stamp right over the top of it, and color underneath. I'm addicted to my Wink of Stella pens, but it's really just super fun to kind of color and paint with the gelatos. And I know a lot of us have the gelatos and are always trying to find new ways of using them. But I just found this a lot of fun. I hope you guys do too. Have a super great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, so really quick, I just want to show you guys one, two, that when I did the ones for the card, I did stay in the lines on those so that I didn't cut these hearts out. I had them colored right on there. So let me see if I can reproduce that real quick. I love how this, you just, obviously have to, I gotta get my pen flowing a little bit. I think I need a new Wink of Stella. There we go. You have to be careful, you don't want to get too much. So you just have to, obviously be more careful about staying inside the lines. I'm sure you guys don't want to spend all day watching me color. But just a lot of fun. And so as I'm taking the lighter color, I'm going over the previous color. To blend it all in. Here is the finished one that I, had just colored in, staying inside the lines. And then, like I said, I just used a script stamp and stamped right over the top of that with archival ink.